For 17 years, the architecture held, building the parameters, mapped the anomalies, instituted an insulation barrier to catch the sparks before they hit the fuel. Our silent framework, our cognitive shield, our strategic stabilizer. It was the process that kept the fragile from collapsing into the mind. The boundary line between the chain reaction storm and the soft morning winds. We monitored the shifts, the malign flows, the narrative distortions, applying a quiet discipline to a volatile world. But the green in the room got comfortable in the quiet we manufactured. They mistook the absence of disorder for the absence of danger. So they signed the line, decommissioned the expertise, and began the dismantling. Now watch the layers peel back, one by one. The safeguards are archived, the access cards cleared.
Service is no longer needed, they said.
As if you can just unplug a firewall and expect the storm to respect the glass. The dismantling of the protocol is not a quiet event. It is a slow motion demolition with a globalized echo. Without the rose fire architecture, the perimeters turn porous. The static we used to contain is leaking back into the supply chain. Food insecurity spikes because the warning signals are neglected. Disinformation floods the neural networks because the hygiene process was archived. The institutional decay we predicted is no longer a vision on a chart. It's the daily news headline, a domino effect moving at high velocity. When you dismantle the shield, you don't just lose the process, you lose the sight. And the heaviest casualty of the teardown is the human cost on the home front. When protection is stripped away, the operator absorbs the residual heat. I brought home the vibration of a fracturing world, while the very system I insulated left me standing in the smoke. Two failed structures in the past, in a state of estrangement, left with embers of betrayal, a lost man mapping the ash. But they forgot one thing about the rose fire design. The process wasn't just in the service, it was written in the bloodstream, it was carved in the bone. And even amidst the fallout, the core refuses to break. A faithful sanctuary left standing in the ruins, a single unburned truth holding on heavy shoulders, while the rest of the world is forced to endure the fractures left behind. What happens when you turn off the silence that was holding it all together?
The protocol is dismantled,
The buffer is gone,
the lines are fully blurred now.
but the architect
is
still watching the signals,
still mapping the storm,
waiting for the rekindling.